Hey guys, it's Michael. I wanted to make a quick video. Oh, there's Ellen. Sorry, get interrupted. She's just so cute. I wanted to make a video about my GoFund thing that I've got going around on my Facebook, my Tumblr, my Twitter, and potentially YouTube. Um, Granted, I don't have a lot of followers, just in general, so who knows. But I kind of wanted to have that personal face to computer screen interaction where you guys can see me and hear a little bit more about what it's for and why it's so important to me. Um, First off, though, I want to thank anyone who does contribute to the GoFundMe. It means a substantial amount to me, and it's just something that I don't think I can thank you enough for your donation. And all I can say is that I will definitely pay it forward. In regards to trying to pay it forward, I have a level where if you donate a certain amount of money, I will knit you. Yes, I do knit. Kind of gay, but that's okay. Men can knit. I'll knit you a hat, a scarf, a plushie. I make teddy bears. I've made an elephant. Those ones are more time consuming, definitely. A lot of the things are time consuming, trying to fit them in my schedule. Um, so hat, scarf, plushie, or mittens. Um, that's really like the four things that I would feel comfortable making. Blankets would take forever, and I have a blanket that I haven't even finished. That's kind of my way of saying thank you for donating, and yeah, does that? I hope that makes sense. It's just I feel like if you donate such a large amount of money that you should kind of get something as a thank you. But then also, if you donate and if you want to leave your address, I will be more than happy to write you a thank you card and send it your way just because I really do appreciate any and every donation that is given to me. And I want you all to know that. So, on to the kind of explanation of why I'm doing this GoFundMe. I'm a 21-year-old trans guy. Um, for those of you who kind of don't understand the term, I originally was born a female. I still have the female body parts, but I've been taking male hormones to give me uh, more masculine features, change my voice, and just make me pass a lot more and live the life that I want to and that I believe that I should be living. Um, of course, there's going to be people that don't believe in that, and that's okay. It's, everyone has their own belief. But part of transitioning is socially, physically, and mentally. Mentally, it's honestly a bit easier because you already know who you are from an early age, and for some of us, not an early age. Sometimes we're just kind of, grasping at straws, and we don't know what's going on, and then something finally clicks later in life. And maybe we had signs, maybe we didn't. It's not one of those strong things where it had to be done a certain way for everyone to acknowledge and accept that you're trans because you were very masculine as a little kid or a teenager. You could have been really girly and you're changing into a guy. It doesn't matter. It's who you are and who you think that you are. Anyone else's opinions don't matter. The support always helps, though. So, for myself, um, I was one of those people where I don't feel like I fit in to the box, really. It took a while for things to click, and since they clicked, I've been much more happier. Um, there's up and downs, but that's part of transitioning. Um, yeah. Originally, I took a year off of graduating high school because I started transitioning the middle of my last year of high school. And my intention of taking that year off was to be working full time, which I was, and to save money for top surgery. But unfortunately, there were some roadblocks in my way, and I ended up not being able to save just because of family issues and issues of just being me. And so all that money went to an apartment that I had not been prepared or knew that I would need to be living in. So that was a roadblock. Then I'm back at home, and I've been home for a while. I'm in school. I ultimately would like to become a surgeon, and I believe in myself in that regard. So I'm working really hard to go to school. There's some times where I can't take classes because I don't have the money to pay for school just because school is expensive. Plus, it's hard to be in school and be able to work and make that money to pay for school. So it's really a vicious cycle. And that's kind of where I'm stepping in to ask for everyone's help. I know that you don't have to help me, and if you don't want to, that's okay. Nothing against you. I know it's kind of like really awful trick-or-treating. It's kind of rude to ask for food from random people and knock on their doors. But I will randomly knock on your door, hypothetically, or figuratively, actually, and ask for money. I mean, who needs food? Yeah. But anyways, that's just, yeah. You're probably sensing my bizarre humor. So, back to the whole current state, with me working 2 jobs, going to school, having to pay medical bills, having to pay just bills in general, and even though I do have it pretty much made with my mother that I don't have to pay for rent, I still pay for gas and some other things, but she's been very gracious and has covered a lot of things so long as I'm going to school. She even helps me at school sometimes, but it's really hard to make a lot of money when you work minimum wage job and you're not getting really good benefits or really a lot. Everything costs so much these days, because I remember when I was a kid and $20 was like having $50, and $20 now is like having $10. It's just, things are expensive. And my insurance, which I have through my mother, definitely won't cover the cost of top surgery. I put that I want to raise up to $10,000. That was just kind of, a very wide range number. I know surgery for the doctor that I want to see is going to be close to that number, especially if there's any problems. I wanted to make sure that there would be enough, and I'm still saving. Let me tell you that. I'm still saving what I can at times for that. I mean, I've got a dentist bill that's going to run me $500. So there's always these things that just show up, and it puts a damper. But yeah, so I'm getting off tangent. I'm sorry. I tend to do that, hence why my videos are so long. But yeah, so I'm confused now. Anyways, I guess I'll tell you a little bit more about myself. I was adopted when I was 3.5 years old, roughly 3.5, from a Russian orphanage. So I'm Russian, and I live with a single mother, and I have an older brother who's also adopted, but he's adopted from Washington. So he's an in-state child, and I was a foreign child. Don't have the accent, though, so yeah. So I can understand where things got hard with transitioning for my family, just because they didn't ever expect to have the girl that they adopted become a guy. And it's a big adjustment thing, and I mean, yeah. So furthermore, though, since I've been transitioning for 3 or 4 years, it's really confusing because of that awkward time that I started in high school. Kind of was gone for the first semester doing homeschool because of depression and everything, and then came back and decided, what, why wait until graduation or after graduation to just embrace myself. I guess that depression and being away gave me some clarity on myself, and my friends gave me some clarity. They were very supportive and continue to still be supportive. But because of transitioning for so long, that also means that probably a little less than 365 days of the year, I'm binding every day. There's some days where I don't wear a binder, but it's very rare. If I have to leave the house, then the binder goes on. If I stay the night at someone's house that I am not comfortable with my chest and not wearing a binder, I bind. When I used to have a girlfriend, I bound my chest every single night that I stayed there, and it was very uncomfortable. As a result of binding for so long, running is not something that I can enjoy as much because it's very hard to breathe. Plus, it's very dysphoric to even consider putting on a sports bra, and I can't do it. So I bind, and I don't wear a looser binder just because it's very dysphoric too. Because I feel like for my chest, it's still quite noticeable, especially in the lower, like right now it looks flat, but if I were to stand up, I have what I like to consider like the random boob curves. So it's very hard to do a lot of the activities I used to enjoy, like tennis, anything with exerting much force from your body and from your lungs, because they can't expand as much. My ribs have cinched in a bit because of binding for so long, so it's almost as if I'm wearing a corset, but it's not as pretty. So, yeah, so basically helping me towards getting my pecs, the pennies for pecs, is going to help me to not only feel confident in myself even more, but it'll help eliminate that dysphoria. I'm not saying that's going to eliminate it right away, but I know that a month after surgery, it'll definitely be non-existent because I can take off my shirt. I can go running. I can finally go swimming. I used to love swimming laps in the pool, but now I'm too afraid to go swimming because I have to wear a rash guard plus my binder, and I feel like everyone's staring. It's one of those insecurities of being a trans guy, is having everyone stare at you, and getting chest surgery will help remove that. Plus, I mean, it'll help me become the guy that I always know that I've been, instead of kind of feeling like there's moments where, like, I'm seen as a woman or a lesbian because I still have breasts, and maybe there's days where certain clothes aren't concealing the chest as easily. So, yeah, I don't know if any of this makes sense to anyone. It's very hard to relate in some aspects of it just because it's such an unusual thing for normal people to go through. But anyone who knows me knows that I'm not exactly normal. So, like I said, this penny for pecs thing is just gonna, I don't know, enhance my happiness. That's not the word that I want to think of, but the word that I am trying to think of is just not coming to my mind. But basically, it's that, I'll be happier. I'll be Michael. I won't be Michael who has breasts. I'll be able to do everything that I used to be able to do that I've had to put on hold or the back burner because I can't do it because of being dysphoric or because of my breasts. I call them boobs every now and then. So yeah. I mean, if I was a surgeon, I would legitimately probably cut them off myself and sew myself back up. But I'm not. And trust me, I'm pretty sure a lot of trans guys can relate on that feeling of just wanting to cut them off yourself and sew yourself back up and just get it done with. But yeah, even that, I mean, it's just hard when you're transitioning to have the things that you need to move on and continue to be the person that you're supposed to be. I'm just very thankful that I can afford to pay out of pocket for my testosterone. Otherwise, who knows where or if I'd be here. So, I'm trying to think positively, and like I said, I'll definitely do my best to write thank you letters if you give me your address. And if you do, by chance, do that whole level, just hit me up and let me know if you want a certain color. I have this yarn store that I really like, so that's why you have to reach a certain level of donation, like donate a certain amount, because I believe in only using good yarns and good fabric. Sorry, there's something flying around. So it should last long, and I'll try and be creative with it. I guess I could also do little mug cozies. I've been working on those for my coworkers just because they all want one. So now that the video is past 15 minutes, roughly, I think I will let you guys go. My dog is dead over there, as you can see. Yeah, she's right down there. That's her dead dog pose. But yeah, so top surgery, big part of being trans, big step in my life, and I just appreciate everyone who's being a part of it. If I know you, words can't describe how thankful I am for you to continue to be such a supportive friend and part of my life. And for anyone who donates that I don't know, I appreciate your generosity and your choice to help someone that you don't know just because you know that it'll increase their life and make them happier. The word still is not coming to my mind. Yeah. Yeah, it's just blank. So I'll leave you there, and once again, thank you very much. And I apologize for knocking on your door asking for money.